members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to this important occasion of the launching of the National Orientation Campaign called Change Begins With Me.
Yeah, it's your boy Sneelo, the Punk Empire, got dressage on the mix, let's go. I wake up every day to still see no change. My people get shot at the close range when they take to the street to cry for what they want. These politicians keep doing us wrong. The continent gets sold to the highest bidders. No wonder why Africa got the worst leaders that loot the treasury, stealing all the money, leaving our populace crying now we hungry. No respect for plight, so they call us monkey. Back then the ghetto, the cops give us brutality. We are face on the ground, no respect for humanity. I speak the truth, now they're calling me a rebel. Cause I break the news, you can never see in the cable. Our journalists have all been bought. It's like corruption, I've taken over the world. Let's get down on our knees, only God can save us. I still see no change. Yeah, yeah. I still see no change. Yeah. I still see no change. Yeah. Yeah. I still see no change. Question everything that you've been thought. Cause it was all designed to please the top dogs. Like Nigeria was designed to please the British. Now divorce is becoming a problem. Cause Islamic Fulanis are making so much cash from the oil, damn, leaving the rest hopeless. And if you ever talk, you end up with a bullet. How can a man survive without money in his pocket? They brought religion to control mankind, and they brought politics to divide mankind. And politics made way for terrorism. The hate in your heart made way for racism. Now ain't nobody safe, no place to hide. North Korea on the side, building heavy weapon, way to collide and mess with other nations. Cold war is over, but the world is still colder. Yeah, I still see no change. Yeah, yeah, I still see no change. Yeah, I still see no change. Yeah, yeah, I still see no change.
Hi everyone, it's your boy Mbwako Chukwuma. Many people call me MC Sneelo. I'm from Coal City, Enugu State, Nigeria, in West Africa. You know, I am the founder and CEO of Capone Empire Africa. We are a record label here. We manage artists, we groom them and get them ready for the world global stage. Also, Capone Empire is also a charity organization. That's the second branch of Capone Empire. So right now we've got artists like Donadon, PG. Donadon guy's debut single out is called Fake Boy. It's doing pretty well online and getting some airplay in the international arena. And PG is, we got Tony Montana out, and he's got a deal with Gunna Squad Entertainment in South Carolina. So just pushing to the next level. I myself, I got, I dropped my debut single last 2 years that was banned on, down here in Nigeria because according to the government, it's an anti-government song. They don't want people to actually wake up to the reality that is happening on the ground, so they put the music off air. Then unfortunately, I met Beverly Bush last year, who is in Tennessee. Then we started, pushing it out to the international community. And now I got 3 award nominations: Indie Music Award happening in Florida, Detroit Music Award, and Raw Talent Music Award. So just pressing it from there. And then let's talk about Still See No Change. Yeah, that's a wonderful song that was inspired by what was going on down here in Nigeria. Because when Buhari came in, President Buhari, a couple of years ago, his campaign slogan was change. Just like how Donald Trump came through with Make America Great Again. So we went from being free people to being in chains, went from speaking up our mind freely to actually speaking up your mind and being thrown to prison or being killed with live bullets. Went from having a peaceful protest, which was being allowed by the Constitution, to actually being killed when we are in the street just for requesting for our rights. So, I lost a couple of friends and a couple of wives, with all that anger in me, I just went to the studio and I wrote a song. I Still See No Change. And President Buhari was actually the first person that came out in the video, where he was talking about change. So I just wanted to show the world, man, this guy is not actually bringing what he promised, So I went down to part of the ghettos where I used to know where we grew up in, and made a couple of shots there just to let people understand what the real situation is here. That doesn't mean that we don't have good places or where millionaires are. But then it's not about those who have enough. It's about those who are hungry. It's about, hey, you promised to do this and that, and what's happening right now. So that's just about it, and it's true. So basically, what's happening down here in Africa, it's pretty strange at the moment. We've got lots of terror groups coming up, and it's not like these guys want to be the bad people. Hunger, it's a very, 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 tool you can use to control people. When you leave them hungry, then you can always get them to do whatever you want them to do, So right here in Nigeria, we have Boko Haram, we have Fulani Herdsmen. All these guys are being sponsored by the president and his team just to grab power and to stay in power. Straight up, I can say that anywhere. They can lock me up. I don't give a damn, From what's going on, they bring out money to equip the soldiers, the Nigerian military to fight Boko Haram, but the military gets to them, So they keep using some old equipment to fight terrorists that have, this new equipment. And then where are they getting all this equipment from? So you just need some bad guys to actually stay in power to take away the people they want to take away. That's how they sponsor all these things. And they use the vulnerable ones who are hungry, who can be able to do anything, just have put a food in their mouth, So it's just crazy. Me, like saying all this right now, I'm not even safe, My probably I got shot or got locked up tomorrow. So, but it's okay. We'll just keep the battle going on. So about Africa is a wonderful place. I ain't gonna lie, Though we've got lots of problems, we have beautiful places in Africa, have some peaceful areas, but then most problems we have is political issues and religious issues, especially when it comes to Christian and Muslim. Because the Christian, I don't know about the kind of Muslim your guys doing over there in America, but the Islam here is just crazy. Killing is nothing to them. They believe in killing for Allah. Most of them, before they kill you, they actually pray to God. They praise Him for giving them opportunity to kill an infidel. That's if you're not a Muslim. They actually pray to God and give Him the glory for an opportunity to kill someone who is not a Muslim. So it's just crazy. Now you've got Islam on the other side. I have Christians and Jews on the other side, and it doesn't work. But all these guys are fighting for, just keep fighting for nonsense, because from the history of Africa, all these two religions, along with Jewish religion, they all came from Middle East. It was never an African thing. We Africans, we are forced into this. Right now, we got brainwashed into believing in religion. We never believed in all this. We just believed in, people call it Billy can Billy, live and let live. Do your thing, let me do my thing. But ever since, religion came through, boom, and they started seeing differences. Like, okay, he's an infidel, he's not a believer. I mean, when we're talking about love and all that stuff, So besides that, I feel like colonization also played a role towards destruction of Africa. The white man left time bomb in Africa, and immediately they left, the time bomb started to explode. Now let me make this thing clear. You can't just crush a nation and then team them up with another nation to form a nation. Like Biafra was crushed, in the 18th century, a long time ago. They crushed our nation, and then in 1914, they created what was called Nigeria. And what they did was, Biafrans were predominantly Christians and Jewish people. They joined them up with Islams from the north, the Ariwa people, and then brought in the Odudu Biafrans in the north have the Ariwa nation, who are the Islams, and then the west have Oduduwa people. They brought these three nations together to form what is called Nigeria in 1914. Ever since then, it's been a problem, because those in the north, they have a different doctrine. And before the white man left, before the British left, they handed power over to the north. According to Harold Smith, on quotes, you can check this out. Harold Smith was one of the British politicians that ruled Nigeria before he left. He said that they needed the north to have the most power in Nigeria because the north are stupid and submissive people. That with the north being in power, the British people can always get their selfish needs. He actually confessed in 2008 before he died. He died of cancer in 2011, but in 2008, he was like, Nigerians forgive him because of a lot of atrocities that British people did in Nigeria. So now, knowing fully well that these guys are submissive to Britain, they actually push them all to be in power. Accelerated them in the military and gave them political offices in Nigeria. Since 1960, that Nigeria gained that freedom and independence from Britain to this day, we are being ruled by the North. We just had one president who came from the Southeast, and they removed him immediately. Ever since then, the whole thing about crime is being sponsored by the North because they need to keep reducing the population of the East and the West, and they need to keep using fear to hold them down. So don't ever think about coming to the central power. That's why the office of the presidency is reserved for those in the North. And then we that have been marginalized, whenever we protest, we just get shot. The videos are out there online. I used to post them on Facebook and on Instagram and all that stuff, So it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But besides that, we got some good places like in Africa that you can come and chill, So it's not like the whole place is a war zone. And I feel like I'm here to speak for my people, and that's what I do. I risk my life every day. I've been one to start, but just keep pushing and all that stuff. And I just don't speak for my people. No, I don't end up there. Actually in the trenches with my team, giving kids scholarship, taking them off the streets, putting them back in school, trying to help, the elderly in the best way we can, and doing lots of free medical outreach, because right here you just have to pay for your medical outreach. You just have to pay for your drugs and health situation. The government does nothing. All they do is to embezzle the public funds and take it to Dubai or Britain or Switzerland. That's why I have lots of politicians from Nigeria who are very rich, have big companies abroad. And how they make that money? They loot the public funds. And when you speak, you just get shot. And then I have to also blame the international community. Obama gave us Buhari. Africa doesn't respect Obama. I have lots of foreign friends. Like I'm telling you, Obama destroyed Africa. Who took out Gaddafi? Obama was among those who did this. Buhari was killing us when we protest. Obama went to the G8 meeting and was raising Buhari's head up, telling the Canadian Prime Minister that he's Buhari, new president of Nigeria, is doing a great job. So he's doing a great job by killing those who are in the streets crying for their rights, for their selfish reasons. I hope I'm not being censored, okay? I hope I'm not being censored because I don't do censored interviews. So I like to speak my mind, Wake me up tomorrow, I'll tell you the same thing. Britain wants to have big access to resources in Africa. Enough for them to do that, they ain't willing to hold those who have the resources down and put these resources in the hands of people that don't own it. Let me give you an instance of what I'm talking about. Here in Biafra, the oil you talk about, when you look at Nigerian economy, the oil runs it. So now, who are the original owners of this oil? It's the Biafrans, not the Ariwa people from the north. There's no oil in the northern part of Nigeria. But who are those who in Nigeria managing those resources? It's the north. Then who are those hungry? It's us down here that have these resources. And then when we cry for, okay, want to get back to what we used to be before the creation of Nigeria, Britain will tell you, no, it's one Nigeria. But the same Britain will give Scotland opportunity to have a referendum to decide if they still want to be part of Britain. The same Britain left EU, European Union, so they can make more laws that will suit them. Then why would they support Nigerians to be killing us? That's why I have no respect for them. Why would they support Nigerians to be killing Biafrans when they protest and ask for their rights? I just don't get it. Selfishness, that's just it. So I think if foreigners are coming in, they shouldn't go to the northern part of Nigeria. It's a war zone. Lots of kidnapped, lots of men being raped. The East is kind of peaceful, and get your vaccine shot because we got mosquitoes down here too, And then I want Americans, not just Americans, and the world to wake up to the issues happening down here in Africa. I'm being specific about Nigeria because that's where I'm from. I know about lots of other issues happening, not just in Nigeria, but all around Africa. And it's being centered on one thing, greed. Greed. So I want them to actually wake up to the reality, of what's going on. I also want my brothers and sisters abroad, who left us to go look for greener pastures out there, to wake up to the realities that is happening down here. You just need to speak up and do something, We need to hold these politicians to, we need to hold them you know, so they can hold them to the book, you know, because you can't just do nonsense and get away free. It's never done. It's never been done. So
Where they can find you at.
okay, you can find me at Facebook, Jukes MC Shnilo. You can follow Capone Empire, KAPONEMPIRE. You know, you can follow Capone Empire too on Instagram, and that's just about it. And then you can get me on Twitter, real MC Shnilo. Thank you.